guys, hope you're well. My name is Winnie. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're speaking about entertainment business in itself.
My name is Kendi. I'm from Meru. Okay, I grew up in Meru. Let's just make it specific.
Okay.
I grew up in Meru my entire life. I came in 2006. My family is still in Meru. The only one who is in Nairobi, by the way. Mimi grew up kawaida tu, mtu wa kawaida Meru, yani nilikuwa natoka shule naenda kuuza mandizi hapo hivyo. Nilikuwa kazi yangu.
Okay, lakini sawa.
Naenda kupelekea watu maziwa. Naenda kusaidia madhe kuuza mayai. Unaona? Naenda kulima, nakamua. Hizi mikono zimekamua. Na vest kawa, napeleka kwa factory. Unaona? So yeah, I grew up same way I think every girl grew up in the village grew up. So even too, and then I just came to Nairobi in 2006 for the first time. I was still in school, so I was Nairobi. I was at Calif Records doing music, and when it's not all, and then staying at my cousins. And then when it's not school time, when it's back to school, I go back to school, then I come back again over the holidays. Mpaka sasa venye nilimaliza shule nikamaliza college kuja kuishi Nairobi sasa kabisa. And yeah, that's how my music career started. But it started with kuna hiyo part where it didn't start as nice as that though. Niliapa shule nikadanganya tunaenda science congress. Father akanipea do ya science congress. Mimi kumbe niko na plans. Nikakuja my friend best yangu mwingine akanisha Calif Maliko. And that's how I came to Calif first. Nikarudi home, of course my father disowned me for a whole term. Akanitandika, but eventually I remember my aunts intervened. Wakambia madhe, because my parents wanted me to be a nurse, or our normal parents. Yeah. But then my auntie zangu wakasema, I remember a cousin of mine had committed suicide just around that time. So mnaona venye watoto wanajua depressed na wazazi nini. Mwacheni tu afanye vile anataka. But msio tukakubaliana na father. Get a deal. Maliza high school, umaliza college, then mimi mwenyewe nitakupeleka Calif. Imagine that's exactly what he did. My dad paid for my first song. Na nilifanya hiyo ngoma na Jimwata, hiyo ndio kina Jimwata alikuwa amehit.
So he fully supported you.
Yeah, and from there and then everything was rough for me in the industry when I started. It's never been easy for female artists, but it was really rough back then. But yeah, that's how my journey in showbiz started, and that's how I grew up.
So what got you first into music? Mara yako kwanza kuimba ilikuwa lini?
I grew up singing, so I would say since I was a kid. I started learning songs when I was very young. I could sing Michael Jackson songs when I was very young. I could sing. My parents, also I grew up in a house that they loved music, My mom used to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson. My dad used to listen to In the Morning, blah blah, those kind of songs, And so I grew up learning those songs. And then my brothers, they're older than me, and they used to listen to a lot of reggae music, And I used to just, not because I used to know specific music or how to do it and stuff like that, it's the music that they used to play. I knew I used to like it. And I used to be in the choir ya watoto. Imagine mimi nilikuwa ya watu wakubwa, nilikuwa kwa ya watoto, kwa sababu na bado nilikuwa naenda ya watu wakubwa, nilikuwa mtoto na sijui. Naenda kusimama hapo. And I used to sing better than them. So, and then I knew, there must be something special about my voice, because why is it that hata tukienda shule, the teacher is always speaking, Kendi, lead us in a chorus. Kendi, do this. Kendi, tufanyie hivi. Kendi, So I was like, And then when my grandfather died, that's when I stamped everything, because mother alininunulia dawa ya sore throat ya nini, nikapewa majinja. Naweza niambia unaenda kuimba hii wimbo ya kuna cha kutumaini sina. So they wanted me to do that song for my grandfather, because my grandfather used to like me nikimwimbia song, my dad's father now. And I was very young, because I was in 1997. So I was still a very young girl. Nilikuwa kadogo, nilikuwa bado primary, nilikuwa mdogo sana. And I was so small. So nikasema mbona watu wakubwa wanataka mimi niimbe huko mbele ya kila mtu.
Wewe ni mdogo.
Na mimi ni mtoto. And I sang and people in church they sing this small girl singing akona microphone kanatoshana hivi na kanaimba hivyo and then you know as that time nikasi watoto kama sasa hivi wanakuwa wakubwa even when we were going to high school we were very small so imagine how small I was in 27 but I'm there singing and I'm making everybody cry in church hapo ndio nikajiambia okay I must be special and I think that's when now my passion started too and then when I was bado primary I could write some gospel songs. I started with writing gospel songs, not poems, gospel songs. And now when I look back, they weren't that bad, imagine. Yeah, and I think that's when I just knew. I knew there was something special about me. I just didn't know how special it was. That's
and you were very confident. That time like.
No, I never used. Actually, I had more confidence as a child than Sai. You know.
Wow.
Sai, if my friend tells me sing for me, I wouldn't. But then nilikuwa naombanga mtu hata aniambie kwa barabara ni muimbi. Hiyo time. But right now, honestly, okay, it's not that we have monetized everything. Sometimes it's because honestly I can't sing for a few people. I like to sing for a lot of people. I don't fear a lot of people. I fear few people.
So you don't have that anxiety?
Kwa watu kidogo, I have. Kwa watu wengi, I don't.
Kwa nini?
I don't know, there's something about, I don't know if it's the intimacy when there's very few people. Sijui ni ile tu yani. Sipendi kuimbia watu kidogo. That's the one that I forget the lyrics. I shake, but if there's a lot of people and I'm on stage there, I don't know also if it's the money because then I'm being paid. So I know what I'm here to do, and I focus and I do my shows, and I'm not afraid when I'm doing that. Because I remember when Kitambo, everybody used to tell me, "Oh, you have a very good voice," but I never used to know that I can stand on stage and do it for people. But now I knew. So your anxiety, I do have that, but I have that for few people. But a lot of people I don't. Yeah,
it's normal to have anxiety.
It's normal. Yeah. Actually, I do have anxiety also in clubs. And that's why I really avoid performing in clubs. If I have to be, lakini kama niko stage, lakini in clubs you have to try so hard.
Yeah.
But in the hotels, like the posh places I perform in, like if I'm at Emara or Sankara or Tribe or like here, Treasures Gardens or places like Brazil or these places like those. Nobody bothers you. They know you're there. They respect you. You understand? And they're to do a job. And that one I don't get bothered because I don't have to try so hard to prove myself because I already know I'm good. In the club you have to really try because you're dealing with only drunk people. So that is hard.
Fully supported in your
They did.
career.
Still they do. My dad supported me till the day he died. Sadly I lost my dad last year to cancer. And we went through a lot of hardship around that time. Actually, everybody says Kendi is lazy. She doesn't want to go to the studio. Yeah, that's what people say. But I thank God for my management. They never dropped me. They knew what happened. And honestly, I couldn't write. I didn't want to write. My dad, imagine somebody who has been so close to you for these years. I'm a support. My dad to his deathbed. Mommy, the voice went so small. Mommy, so you just focus on your music. Till the day he died, he's talking to me like that. And he's been my friend, my best friend. Even when he was sick, when he was still a little bit strong, he came to see me, used to make sure he's seen me. And I got a chance even to go see him, say goodbye, but the day he died, I wasn't there. But for 2 years, the last time I released my song is 2 years ago. A song is 2 years ago. For 2 years. At the end of the day, one thing people need to understand, music is expensive. It's not cheap. You understand? My videos cost millions of money. They don't cost cheap money. When I tell a producer, I want to go produce, they tell me 40,000. When they hear it's me, it's 40,000, 30,000. It's not small money. Even 20K, si pesa kidogo. And when you have a cancer patient who is your father, at that moment you're not thinking about music. You're thinking about treatment. You understand? Like kila mtu ajua venye cancer iko expensive. And we are not rich. I wouldn't say that I came from a rich family. I came from a well-off family, stable enough, but not. And now our parents are retired. You understand? So it's us the kids who have to be there for them. So it's me there paying. It's me and my brother, and my parents also trying their best to do whatever they can. And if you can see what uchangisha kwa social media about when they have sick people and stuff like that, not once I ever told people to help me out with money. So me, everything I had went to my dad. You know, and so I never stepped the studio. I was like, I don't like talking about this because it makes me feel like I want to cry, and I thought myself I'll never cry on screen. So I won't continue with this. But that has been one of the major reasons why I've not been to studio. And after that, I went through a lot of depression. You know, I didn't want to work. I didn't want to be with anyone. I remember after my dad's funeral, I stayed home for 2 weeks. I came to Nairobi and I stayed home for almost 6 months. You know, not going anywhere. Hata si kwa duka, nowhere. I used to just stay home and do nothing, you know. And I remember around that time reaching out to people when I said, when I started now thinking maybe I need to get back out, I need to get back up, you know. I remember reaching out to people like Kila Jalango, Kila Major, people who I knew we've met before, we were friends, maybe they can help, you know. I tried to reach out to them, I need to get back out there, went through this and this. I think the only thing I need right now is to get back out there, you know. And so I need, I don't, and I said, and I said to all of them specifically, I'm not asking for financial support. I'm asking for somebody to hold my hand and show me the way back out again. You understand? I can't fail again, you know, because of this and this and this. And of course they say, pole sana sis manze, reach out, nini, pia namba yako nitakukall. And that's the last you hear from people. And that's when now I took last 6 months out. No, I took the 2 years, first of all, to look after my dad. After my dad's death, we're almost now 1 year, by the way, after we lost my dad. We're not 1 year yet. I took about almost 6 months. And then now it's time to get back out there with my band. And yeah, but my parents have been supportive. My mom is still very supportive of me. She's unwell also. But so I have that too happening. But but she's very supportive. And they used to tell me, don't come. Okay, sasa ukikuja home kukaa hapa utasaidiaje? Tafadhali huko kwenye huko unatusaidia ukiwa huko. You understand? So I go, I see them. So I spent a lot of time. Even you told me today, na unaenda Meru. Watu ufikirianga by the way ukaa tu Nairobi. I do go to see my parents a lot. Yeah, no, I do go a lot because my parents, my dad died at 75. My parents are not young, you know, so they need us now. So they've been supportive of my music career. They've been supportive of me, so it's my turn to support them. So when that is really important to me more than anything else. True.
When you needed support, ni musician gani had come through among the none that came
not
through.
Even one, I swear to you. Even the ones that I've supported when they've lost people or when they're going through something that I've helped, even some that I don't want to mention names, when they lost there's one actually really surprised me because I told her personally that I lost my dad and they could see, you know. I traveled all the way to Nakuru for a father's funeral, and I took my friends with me. Tulitoka mapema, you understand? She called me, you understand? I remember when her dad died, I met her dad once, you know, and she called me when I was working. I remember I was working at Trafikis, and she called me. She told me, "Oh, we lost dad." I think she called or she texted, one of the two. And I sent my contribution. I called her immediately, and on top of that, me and my friends that I introduced her to them now. They are friends already. Now they're friends, and we packed our bags. We left really early so that we can go and send our dad off. You understand? I'm not saying that you should do the same for me, but at least make a phone, even a phone call, say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, this, blah, blah." I told her, and it was like, you see,
you didn't expect her to react that
no, I
way.
didn't. And it's the time that you're hoping these are friends that maybe they will come back. But that's how you know that, you know, in this industry we are in, ni kila mtu na maisha yake. I told musicians that I knew that would be there for me. They weren't. I would say the only people who are there for me in the industry when my dad died ni watu wa Calif Records peke yake, watu wa ngoma, you understand? Because ngoma, you know, those ones we were like family, you know. They all called me, you know. It's not, sometimes I say it's not about the money. Just call and say, "Oh, I'm sorry this is happening to you." You understand? They all called me. They told me that all of them, kina Clemo, kina Juakali, walini call wote, and Kina Luch, everybody at Ngoma, they called me, Kina Alpha, Kina Alasi, everybody called me to tell me I've heard Kendi, I'm so sorry, blah, blah. Those ones, I was saying in the industry, those are they're not musicians. They're the ones who were there for me. Tom, they send their contributions and stuff like that. But for me, normally I say it's not about the money in the industry, it's about the support. So for me, when it comes to, and I do support people, but now where I've gotten, I don't pay evil with evil. I'll continue to support, but you can, as somebody who is in showbiz, unless you yourself you're dying, you can't depend on them. If you're dying, they will come to because you're dying.
Definitely they will.
You understand? Because they want to show clout. These days everything is just clout. Even somebody's life is just clout. So they will be there, or even watakuja pledge, I'll do this and this. Unless, let me tell you, unless maybe I realize in the industry, unless you yourself as an artist, you're in bed in a hospital where they can come see you and take a picture and post, they're not there for you. You understand?
Yeah, too bad.
They're not there. So you in Kenya, unfortunately, you can't depend. I feel that you can't depend on anybody in this showbiz. For me personally, you have to depend on yourself. The people who are there for me are not people who are in the industry, but the people who are there for me in the industry, they're my management, and I'll say my previous management, which is Calif Records. I'll say those are the only people, which is Calif Records now is Ngoma. I'll say those are the only people who were there for me during my dad. And even I remember Tom, the manager at Calif, used to come so many times at home to see me, and call and tell me, the moment to Tuma, but wasani? No. And even when some of them now after that, some of them lost people after that, and I was among the first people to contribute for them and call them and tell them I'm sorry for this. But they didn't do the same for me. But me, I was brought up better, I say that. So me, I don't revenge, I don't audit. But honestly, I didn't know in the industry you can really stand by yourself. Even people that, there's people that, unajua kuna wase kama kina Jago, kina nani, you understand, when you thought they would be there and they weren't.
They were not.
No. So that's how I say it. Those are not my friends. They are people we know. They are acquaintances.
Most especially the time you're grieving, that is the time you know your best friends.
Yeah.
And your true friends.
Honestly, I felt so bad, and even after my dad, I decided I don't call any of them. I don't check up on them anymore. I don't even ask for anything. But anyway, it's not like I used to ask for anything even before. Yeah.
You never used to.
And I never, kuna ile tunajua industry. Okay. Honestly, kuna zile time unashtukaga na wase. Me now nilishtukaga na watu wengi sana around that time. And even when you were sick, I've already told everybody what is happening. And not even after he died, and you tell them, these people, the reason why I feel bad is because I told all of them personally. I didn't say, call. I didn't send somebody. I did it personally. You understand? And none of them came through for me, and me, I know my God, they come through for people. You understand?
But you don't expect what.
So of course,
those are things you realize now when you get into, maybe you have a problem. That's when you realize people don't reciprocate the way you do.
But I'm grateful for my management, for Rob, for Jonas. And those guys stood by me like. And to date, you've met one of them also so far. They stood by me like nobody's business. Everybody thinks, wananiambia ati unajua unaona vile watu ongea matope kwa social media, they don't even know what they're talking about. When I post a picture of me with Rob or a picture of me with Jonas, mtu ananiambia mzungu si mzee. But no, I wouldn't lie. Honestly, if I was told to choose a husband, I would choose one of them. Do you know why? Because these guys stood by me through thick and thin, and still do. To an extent, they made sure I never felt alone. You understand? And then there are some of my friends that were there for me. They traveled with me. Unaona watu wenye hata sikuwa na expect. You understand? My friends who are overseas, we've been seeing each other for a long. Ndio walikuwa na come through, man. Wana come through kabisa, like. And you're like, watu wako wenye wako hapo wenye nafikianga this is your circle. They're not your circle.
You hang out with
every day, every time. You're there for them when they have something. Waka event when they huyo hapo. Nilikwambia mimi skatingi, mimi kama siendi kwa event kuketi VIP na nijilipie. Ndio so my friend can know I'm supporting them. I'm not going. You understand? And that is who I am. So me, I thought these people wenye tuko nao hapa manze nilipigwa na butoa.
But unajua ni vizuri sana kujua ukweli. Kujua watu ambao wako kwenye maisha yako fully na wale ambao sio. And now I believe unaishi vizuri kwa sababu you don't have time to waste the people.
I don't. And I like being by myself.
Yes.
People come to my house and say, Kendi hiki kinyo hata umeshaikuja kwa. She's been to my house by the way. And they're like, yani unaishi hapa na paka, afadhali paka than binadamu wengine. Yeah, nakanga na hiyo paka yangu. I live in a very big house by myself with my cat, and I have peace like that.
Yeah.
Because then I know I don't have to depend on these people.
Yeah,
you understand? I don't have to.
Yeah.
And honestly, very specific, very few people. What uniambia kama sasa now you see after I've gone all through all this, what hii swali nani nimeipeleka kama ni story tunapiga sasa.
Tupige tu.
I think maybe you've asked me a very personal question about when it comes to my dad. I thank God. I cry by myself alone, but I've grown to the part that I don't cry in public anymore. When I talk about him, because he wouldn't want that. We were very close, but he wouldn't want that for me. Anybody who knows me and my father, man,
you are the
baba yangu hata kama niko na makosa anaona ni mimi niko na makosa, si asina na mtoto wangu hezi. So that's what I'm saying. Around I prefer being by myself like that. Because I have peace and I have like nilikuwa naambia say like now say if I want to have a baby naangalia baby shower za watu because zingine when I'm now I'm in life and so I'm hired to go and do even this baby shower za watu and stuff like that. Naona venye watu wengi kwa sababu baby shower na ndio guys watu wako na marafiki. Mimi yani unaweka kibashi, mimi bashi yangu itakuwa very cheap. No, itakuwa expensive for my friends because I would spend on those friends of mine who come through. But by sababu mtakuwa watu watatu huko waine watano. Unaona? Yeah, very few people because I honestly after my father I put away
which is good.
A lot of people. You understand? No, I see people, mom, mtakuja kutembelea lini? Uko home? I tell people, no, siko home. Number I lie to everybody, siko home. You understand? And where do you live these days? Niko to Nairobi. You understand? But I never say it's not the way I was before. My house used to be. It's like a party house. You understand? People used to come whenever they want.
Okay, sawa. Sasa na hivyo unaona kama imekuwa any benefit ama?
For me, yes, because I'll say now at least I know the truth about people, and I actually noticed. To be honest, so even let's talk about numbers. I had so many people. That's what I'm saying. My house used to be a party house. People used to come whenever they want, with whatever. And whose expense is it on?
You.
Me.
So you're saving money.
So now that they don't anymore, I'm doing much better, man.
Yes.
You understand? I can have so many, and I've realized I can have so many things that I couldn't have before because I used to have all these people taking. Now nobody's taking.
And you have now time to work on yourself, to work on your music career. Vitu ambazo sometimes hata huko wana time because you're so much into friends, into events.
Yes, and right now it's not that I've abandoned doing I know some people told me wewe tufanyie muziki, you know, I do appreciate when people insult me because sijawatolea muziki, because that means that you miss me and you love my music. And I do appreciate that. I will go back to music, but I'm not going back to music this year. You know, maybe next year I will. I want to more focus on my live shows because at least at the end of the day, mostly when I'm recording music, it's me who is checking out the money. But when I'm doing my live shows, and I wanna also separate myself. Leave alone that I want to separate myself from playback artist to a live performer, which we don't have very many here in Kenya. Hatuna watu wengi wenye wasanii wengi wanajua kuimba kwa studio, wanapiga show kali sana wakiwekewa flash, DJ aweke flash ama DJ acheze muziki zao ama watengeneze performance tracks, you know, and they go and they perform with playback on them. For me, I get bored with that because at the end of the day, I write the song, I record the song, I shoot the video, I listen to that song 100 times nikitaka kujua kama ni kwa bado munieke niimbe hiyo song ikiwa playback kwa nini pale. I get bored to sing that song. And I feel my voice is too big for me to be doing playback. You understand? My voice is like, I feel nikifanya hizi ma playback shows, honestly I'm wasting people's money because this is not what they came to see. If you wanted to listen to ngoma yangu vile ile rekodiwa kwa studio, you can put it on YouTube usikize. You understand? Or you can go to a club usikize without me being there. You know. Now I'm more focused on creating my band, which is doing so well so far. Doing live shows, and then I'll go back to now when people have adopted to me being a live performer. Muziki naandika, I told you, even if I write music a lot. I write. Niko na vitabu kama 2 hivi za muziki. Muziki naandika sana, studio ndio sijaenda. And I've called so many producers. I've called Motive, the ones who have worked with me before. I've talked to Lucas. I've talked to some new producers like Inamoha and stuff like that. So they all know that I'm coming back. I'm just coming back at my own time. But I've talked to them, telling them I'll come nataka tuongee nini blah blah stuff like that, because I want to know who exactly am I. Now I'm done with this, so who exactly am I going to work with after this? Because this project, because ngoma zangu pia, the other thing people don't understand, ngoma zangu that's why I'm telling you it's expensive for me to go back to music without a plan, because my music is never done with by one producer. This producer will do the beat, I record vocals, afanye mixing, you understand? Nimuitisha stems ziende kwa producer mwingine sasa mwenye maybe like Lucas, and atafanya mixing na mastering, itarudi tena kwa producer mwingine. By the time it comes out in the industry, it's, you understand? It's perfect for the market. When it comes to the videos, you've seen my videos. They just don't do any videos. You understand? I've talked to somebody like Jordan to bring in here, and I'm the one who's paying for accommodation, for his flights, for everything. And I have to pay for a very good video. So it is very expensive for me to just do anything. So I can't just come in there, siwezi toka tu niseme wacha nikuje tu niwatolee tu, you understand? So but first of all, I nataka kuimprint the fact that I'm a live band artist, performer first before I start releasing music again, so that mtu akiniita gig asiniambie unakuja kufanya playback. I know they do say with the band it's slightly expensive, but trust me, if you charge those tickets a little bit more and then you have the kind of music and the kind of